Hello and welcome. This is Cheryl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is day 8 of the Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar. For the first 24 days of December, I'm opening up one of the windows a day and then creating something with whatever is in that window, also including some past windows sometimes. And typically I will only pick inks or paper. This time I end up adding some dies in an embossing folder because it just works so well with what was in here. So we have a die set, and it's a really adorable banner die set that says Happy Day. So to me, it just kind of was perfect for a birthday themed card. So I got the Mylar Balloons die set from Spellbinders as well as the Party Balloon stencil or embossing folder. There is a coordinating stencil set that goes with that embossing folder, but I won't be using that stencil at all. I have my pieces die cut out of white cardstock as well as black cardstock, and you'll see why in just a moment. So I have my white cardstock die cuts here on my sticky mat, and I'm using some Hickory Smoke Distress ink to just lightly ink blend around the outside edges. Now the fun thing about this die set is even though it cuts out the outside and just a couple of the inside pieces, it also leaves impression that looks like those wrinkles that you see on Mylar balloons, which I thought was a really cool detail. So with those ink blended, I can glue them onto the black background pieces for each one of these dies. So I'm just using some Barely Art glue. I have it in a fine line bottle. I love liquid glue when assembling die cuts because it gives you that little bit of wiggle room. You don't need a lot of glue, so the glue lasts a really long time, so it's quite economical to use. And by using the fine tipped bottle, I can use it for really tiny die cuts, but I can also use it for assembling my cards. And I use this glue for gluing, I want to say like 95% of my projects. There's the odd thing that doesn't work with liquid glue or not appropriate with a liquid glue, but for most things, especially when it's assembling paper to paper, it works absolutely perfect. So I put a little bit on the back of each die cut, put the shadows behind there. And once I'm done with this, I'm going to do some more ink blending on them. Now, the reason I chose black and white paper and Hickory Smoke Distress ink is because I'm going to use my interference pads. I use these in a lot of videos. I have a whole playlist just with cards that have interference inks on them, and they have almost a magic quality to them. They have a look that looks one way on white or light cardstock and another way on black or dark cardstock. So that first color I used was called Mermaid Lagoon, and it's kind of a teal on white or light, and it's purple on black. The second color here is called Lavender Fields, and you're going to see purple on the light or white cardstock, and on the black or the Hickory Smoke, we're going to see that green interference. So there's going to be some green shimmer on it. So it really has a beautiful shimmer to it, and I love the fact that you get 2 different colors out of one pad depending on what color you're putting it on. This next one here is called Magic Garden. So we're seeing more green on the white cardstock, but when we tilt it into the light, we're going to have some purple interference. So some purple shine on the areas that have that black cardstock or that Hickory Smoke Distress ink. I used Hickory Smoke Distress ink. You could use black soot or black dye-based ink for that ink blending. The Hickory Smoke is just a little bit more subtle, and because I already have that black cardstock behind it, we're already getting that. So this last color here is Tropical Paradise. So we have a bright pink on the white cardstock, and on that black and Hickory Smoke, we have a purple interference. So I thought it was perfect for those Mylar balloon die cuts, as well as that banner. And I just always love party things when they're just a nice bright color. Now I could leave that background completely plain and it would look great, but this Mylar or this Party Balloons embossing folder just matches perfectly. It's from the same collection, so the balloons are the exact same style. I'm not going to do any ink blending on that background, but I thought it was just a nice complement to those die cuts. I'm going to do a black mat around my piece here, and that is cut to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. You can see that I cut my shadow for my banner right out of the center. You're never going to know something is cut out of the center because I'm going to put that embossed piece right over top of it. No one's going to know. So it's a great way to just extend your cardstock a little bit. My embossed piece, I trimmed that down to 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. So we get a nice black border around it. Now, I didn't do it for this card, but you could take one of those interference inks and put it on that black cardstock around the outside, and it would coordinate with those balloons or with the banner, depending on which color you chose. I opted not to do that because I wanted the balloons and the banner to be the main focus, but if you're using interference in your cards and you're wanting your mat around your piece to coordinate perfectly, using those interference inks to ink around the outside of that, whether it's black cardstock or white cardstock, is what I do often, and it's a great way to get an exact match. So I'm using that same Bearly Art glue to glue my strings on my balloons, as well as the little tie thing at the top. I don't actually let them dry quite enough, so you'll see when I'm putting that third balloon on, that little curly thing falls off. That's no big deal. I can just glue it right back on. I'm going to put the balloons closer to the top of the card. I'm doing it more to the left side of the card, not really centering it, but you could center it if that is the look that you prefer. I'm putting them so you can see each one of those balloons nicely on that background. And you can see that my strings are going off of the bottom of the card. Once my glue here is dry, I'll just use some scissors to trim those strings off. I'll often do that rather than cutting them ahead of time, because sometimes you accidentally cut them a little bit too short. So by cutting them afterwards, I can make sure they're the exact length I want them to be. So after gluing those balloons down, I can glue down my banner, and I just put it in a slant across my card. I opted to do different colors for my balloons and for my banners, but you could mask off different parts of your banners and have them in the same colors as your balloon, coordinating. Either way, it looks fantastic, but those interference inks, in my opinion, they take die cuts to the next level because of that shimmer and because you get that two tone from the inks. They are fantastic and one of my favorite ways to ink. I've been using them for a couple years now, and I always have a wow reaction to them every single time I use them, which is really awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back again tomorrow and share with you day 9 of the Crafty Advent Calendar. Hope to see you then.